Welcome, my political friends of the interwebs. You know, there's not a day that goes by where I bet you at least 5, 6 people send me emails or PMs telling me I need to check out this story or maybe do a video about that story. And for the most part, I love that and keep that coming. I've got a whole list of things that I need to do. I'm kind of backlogged at the moment. But this one here kind of struck close to home. I don't remember who it was. Actually, I think a couple of people sent this to me. It's a story about how Google is now censoring the shopping results on the Google search, which is really scary. It's really scary. So basically, I'll just kind of summarize it for you. What's happening is, if you want to, for example, search for holsters or gun magazines or guns or ammo, anything firearms related, in their shopping, you're not going to be able to find it. Nothing will come up. Now, the search results will still come up. So if you put in, I don't know, Glock 23, you'll still get search results, but you won't get any shopping results on the right. So maybe you get lucky and in the search results you'll see a company that's selling Glock 23s or magazines for Glock 23s or ammo or whatever. And I know a lot of us already know a lot of great places to shop online for that stuff, but that's really not the point. The point is that Google is, in my opinion, an enemy of the Second Amendment, an enemy of the Constitution. It goes back to what I've said for a long time now. Corporations today don't consider themselves patriotic to any one country. Corporations today, like Google, and I guarantee you this, regardless of whether they got their start here, regardless of whether or not the founders of Google got their education in the United States, regardless of any of that stuff, regardless of the fact that they took advantage of everything that the United States had to offer, and they became successful, probably, well, there's a strong argument to be said that they could not have become successful anywhere else on this planet. Case in point, every major technology company that I can think of personally, whether it's Microsoft, Apple, Google, Yahoo, all of them got their start in the United States. Every one of them. And every one of their founders got their education in the United States. With, by the way, a lot of subsidy, I would think, from the taxpayer. So, but the sad thing about it is that these companies and these founders of these companies, and they just don't care. They look at it like the United States. They don't even, not even a reach around for the United States. Nothing. Nothing. They think of themselves as this global entity. Look at the way Google and Yahoo and a lot of companies, for that matter, behave themselves in China. China goes to them and says, hey, we're going to need to see the emails from everybody. And they hand them over. People are in prison today because of that. People have been, I have no doubt, I can't prove this, but I'll bet you anything, people have been executed because of those policies by companies like Google and like Yahoo and probably Microsoft, anybody that's doing business in China. It's kind of... it's pathetic if you really think about it. So let's get back to this situation, the ammo, the guns and ammo and accessories thing. Google has just flat out decided that they are not going to be respectful of anybody's right to bear arms. Period. Now let me scroll down to an interesting comment in their message. They sent these messages out to all the companies that advertise with them. Here I highlighted it. Hopefully you could read this. It's in blue. Basically what this says is, our company has a strong culture and values, and we've chosen not to allow ads that promote products and services that are incompatible with those values, or these values. I'm sorry, let me read it again. Our company has a strong culture and values, and we've chosen not to allow ads that promote products and services that are incompatible with these values. Okay, so what values are we talking about? Are we talking about the values where you don't respect Second Amendment? Are we talking about the values where you would like the people on the planet disarmed? Are those the kind of values that we're talking about? I mean, because here's the thing. If you ever get any kind of communication from Google, they always sign it the same way. Sincerely, the Google shopping team, or it could be sincerely the, whatever, it's the Google team of some sort, okay? The Google team. Nobody ever puts a face to it. Nobody ever takes ownership of it. It's the team. It's not a one. It's the collective of Google. Okay, so you can't point to one person and go, this guy's an enemy, a traitor to the Constitution of the United States, or this guy. And and listen, as much as I keep saying the United States, let me tell you something. I think this whole planet would be better off if the people of the planet had the ability to protect themselves. There would be a whole lot less warlording going on. Unfortunately, a disarmed population become victims. You see it all around the globe. Literally, you see it all around the globe. And an armed population cannot be controlled by despots, period. So, I guess Google's, I don't know, their culture and their values are for people to be enslaved around the world, to be disarmed and butchered by their leaders. Apparently, Google loves China. A country that puts people in prison by the droves, a country that harvests the organs of their prisoners. God forbid you jaywalk in China and find yourself in a situation where somebody needs your kidney, because you can kiss it goodbye, And if you jaywalk twice, that's punishable by death. So they may take your liver. I mean, I just don't understand Google. It's a slippery slope they're on. Well, it's not a slippery slope they're on. We know where they're going with this. How long is it going to be? And in fact, in the comment section, let me know, how long is it going to be before Google decides that all searches for gun-related things should not even be included in their search engine. So you could type in AR-15 or you could type in Glock 27 and you're not going to get anything. Zero. Blocked. Blocked. How long is it going to be before that happens? Because every time I see one of these liberal moves, you just know it's just a crack in the foundation. It's just the camel's nose under the tent. You know where they'd like to go with this. They start out with this, and the next thing that you know, they manipulate their search where you're screwed. Now, I know there are going to be a lot of Google nut huggers because, for whatever reason, there's more than a few that follow me. I know there's going to be a lot of them that are going to say, hey, well, this is Google search engine. If you don't like this, go to Yahoo or go to Bing, or go to Ask, or however many are even left these days. Here's the problem with that. Google is, and I've said this before, by the way, Google is the de facto standard in a lot of things. They're the de facto standard when it comes to video social networking. They're the de facto standard when it comes to search. In fact, when's the last time you heard anybody go, well, Yahoo it, or Bing it? No. The term that you hear in the lexicon is Google it. Okay? And they're in the same position as, say, eBay. For all intents and purposes, they're a monopoly. So when you allow the de facto standard in any industry to run wild and without check, what you have is abuse. I mean, there are antitrust laws in this country that are designed to protect people and other companies. There are anti-monopoly laws in this country that are designed to protect people. I mean, and now having said that, I don't think Google has anything to worry about from the Justice Department. There's not going to be any kind of investigations into antitrust. There's not going to be any kind of investigations into a monopoly. I can guarantee you that. Why? Well, because they're a bunch of libs. They're literally a bunch of libtards at Google. And, they're totally cool with Obama, and they're totally cool with the Obama administration. And so, yeah, I mean, in fact, they shovel tons of money at Obama. So they don't have anything to worry about. They can do whatever they want to do. In fact, I would be very curious to know if there was ever any kind of discussions between the CEO of Google or the founder of Google and Barack Obama regarding the Second Amendment or regarding firearms. I would love to know that, because I can envision a conversation between Obama and, let's say, Obama and the CEO of Google, and the discussion saying, I wish we could do something about the Second Amendment. Guns are evil, guns kill people, and if we could only do something about that, things would be so much better in this world. And the guy from Google saying, hey, you know what? Let me work on that for you. You know, because I can see Obama crying about how, oh, you know, the Second Amendment's really got me, you know, hogtied, and, you know, and the Congress is Republican, and the people aren't for it, whatever, you know. It just wouldn't really surprise me, to be honest with you. I really wouldn't be shocked to hear that's a conversation that actually happened. So now we're in a situation where, you know, Google is for all intents and purposes, battling the Second Amendment, battling gun owners. We're now apparently not conducive to their culture, or we don't, you know, we don't fit into the culture at Google. You know, their culture and their values aren't the same as ours. So we're the enemy as far as Google's considered, you know, are concerned. So here's the thing. We know that there are, well, we don't really know. They guessed that there's somewhere in the neighborhood of 300 million guns in the United States. I think it's a lot more than that, personally. We know that there are a lot of NRA members. We know that a lot of the people who use Google services, whether it's Android phones or Google Search or YouTube, I mean, it's really kind of endless. We know a lot of those people are NRA members. We know a lot of those people are gun owners. Even if you're not an NRA member, a lot of those people are gun owners or supportive of the Second Amendment. So how do we get our voice heard? How do we stop Google from what they're trying to accomplish? And I think we all know what they're trying to accomplish here. How do we do that? You know, I don't know. Personally, I don't know. I mean, I think one of the things we can do, I used to own Google stock. I bought Google stock not all that long after it IPO'd. I kind of wish I would have held on to it, but I made a decent little profit. I mean, you know the old saying, you know, bulls make money, bears make money, pigs get slaughtered. And I got to that, I felt like I got to that percentage gain where I was becoming a pig, and I didn't want to get slaughtered, so I sold it. So, you know, it's always one of those things. I sold it at a profit, which is a good thing. I kind of wish I had to cap it, and here's why. I think that if you have Google stock, you have a right to complain about this. Because ultimately, I think what these companies need to realize is that they are the shareholders are the owners of the company. The people who own the stock are the owners of the company. So when Google starts talking about, you know, its culture and values, I don't know that it is actually representative of the shareholders' culture and values. You know, so I would be curious. I don't know. I'm thinking about buying it, but here's the problem. Barack Obama's got me so upside down financially that I can't just, it's not like the old days where I could just, you know, log on to my Ameritrade account and you know, purchase a bunch of Google. I just don't have it like that anymore. I mean, Obama's really harmed me physically. Well, physically, actually. You know, my ulcer's not helping me any. But, you know, if there's anybody that's watching this video that is a shareholder of Google, let me know. And you know, and maybe we could get some kind of a Google shareholders revolt going on about this, because this is absolute nonsense. And listen, if we all just sit and take this, we're in trouble. We're in trouble. Anyway, listen, I just got sorry over 13 minutes. Let me know what you think. Hit me up in the comments section. You know, I think this is a bad thing. I think this is the start of a very bad thing. You know, and I would hate to log on to YouTube someday and find out that every firearms video that I have is gone, or they no longer accept firearms videos on YouTube, or discussions, or, you know, holster reviews, ammo reviews, any of that. You know, and that's something that could happen unless we all start really becoming active. You know, that's the one thing the left has always had going for them. They really do set the standard as far as I'm concerned when it comes to political activism. Now, having said that, the Tea Party has really impressed me, and the NRA, of course, is doing their best to hold down the fort. But, you know, for the most part, activism seems to be something that they promote in school. Young people take to it. It becomes part of their culture, you know, and so that's what we're battling, and unless we're willing to kind of take a page out of their book, I think we may be screwed. Anyway, here I go. All right, everybody, let me know what you think. Take care. See ya!